Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the bronze medal final of the London Sevens. It's a big matchup. Samoa taking on New Zealand. Anytime these two sides play, it's always entertaining. This game will be no different. Looking through at the Samoan starting lineup for this matchup. Valvasa Apasua at number one. Va'a Pilomaliko after scoring 12 tries already in the Sevens league. He is certainly looking for a few more. Fa'afoi Falaniko, Taununa Olivaya, Malani Matavau, Malakesi Masifau, and also Pesi Leilua. The last two names that I mentioned, a little bit newer to the Samoan Sevens setup, and certainly looking for more minutes in the future. Then for New Zealand, it will be Sam Dixon, Tim Mickelson, Shay Clark, Regan Ware, Brady Rush, Samoa Savage, and also Xavier Harris, the last name. So kind of a little bit similar in the way that New Zealand have got their side laid out with the two newer players, the last two that I did end up mentioning. The substitutes, there's still a few options left. Few injuries, though, throughout the cast or the last couple of matches means that the likes of an Akulia Rokali Soa will not be more than likely won't be available for New Zealand in this one. I'm stuttering my words. I'm very excited for this matchup. Should be a very entertaining one. And then after that, we have got Argentina taking on the Fijians in the final. That will be an absolutely awesome clash. We have just seen Ireland take on France. France victorious. So that does mean that they finish at number 5 in the end. They are just showing the hype package here for New Zealand versus Samoa. I think they had this ready for it to be the final, but then it didn't quite work out that way. So they have now got it for the third place playoff game. They're showing highlights of Moses Leo. Man, it's a shame that he is injured because he is a sensational talent for the Kiwis. For the Samoans, though, they are missing a few of those names, such as an Owen Nue. They would have loved to have him over the last couple legs, but it always opens the door for the next generation of talent, whether it is going to be Fa'afuina, Leilua, Masifau, Elijah Nico, all these newer names being added in. They're showing the zoom in of Leroy Carter looking determined. Bro peeps, need to respect your work. The previews, the hours of commentary, etc., etc. You're the man, Hamish. Says Nazi Williams. It feels weird, though, because after this weekend, we have got a large break from the Sevens rugby circuit, and I feel like it's always a fun weekend when you've got Sevens on. Even if we've got 10 other union streams at the same time, it's the Sevens that just, you never know what you're going to get per game. You can have upsets. You can have massive one-sided affairs. This game, I hope it's close, but you just never know. Samoa could go out there, win this game by 26 points, and we'd have to be like, well, next time they play, who knows? But beauty of Sevens. But I appreciated you being here all weekend, Nazi, and hope you have been thoroughly enjoying the fixture so far for the Samoans. They were on a winning streak, 4 games in a row, just the one loss, and that was against Argentina when they did get it slightly wrong. 10 points to 7, they were defeated. Then for the Kiwis, they had 4 wins in a row till they got it slightly wrong up against the Fijians. They lost their game 19 points to 17. So something in common for these two sides, having those 4 matches and then not quite getting the semi-final right. The referee in charge of this one, AJ Jacobs, 68 match on this series. Next match is going to be a fun one for him. But now, looks like New Zealand will be kicking off this one from left to right. I'm hoping my voice lasts for these last 2 live streams. It's getting close to disappearing, so hopefully that isn't the case. But anyone who is new to the channel, I should mention also, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Shay Clark, the youngster, number 21, on his back. I don't sleep, mate. Says Nazi Williams. I feel like we fit in just fine there, Nazi, because we have done a lot of late night live streams together, that is for sure. New Zealand kicking it off long for the bronze medal final. It is now underway in Samoa in position. They are inside of their own 22, and Fa'afoi Falaniko wrestled down New Zealand over the ball with Sam Dixon. Does win the early penalty for not releasing. Now going off to the right-hand side. Player Cook Savage waiting out on that right wing side. Keep an eye out for him because I think they may end up shifting it to him at some point. That's going to be another penalty against the Samoans, and you can see the frustration on Leilua's face. He's a passionate boy. Now, Player Cook Savage, Shay Clark thought about reaching out, doesn't quite get there. The clean turnover, though, for the Samoans, and Valvasa Apasua able to take it back. Malani Mataval kicks it downfield. Nice take from Brady Rush. Ball rolling awkwardly. That's the thing. This Twickenham Stadium, as the days have gone on, it's only a 2-day tournament, but seems a lot more grippier today on day two. A lot of players just ending up getting their studs stuck and then falling over. And who do you think will win the final? The Fijians are looking very strong. Argentina in their game up against Fiji last time won 40 points to 12. I think I ended up saying Fiji would sneak it though. No, I didn't. I think I actually said that Argentina would end up winning it 19 points to 17, I believe, in that preview. Dylan Collier now manages to re-gather the ball after the big shot coming in from the Samoan defense. Collier, he's got the man in support if he decides to use him. Hasn't used him just yet. Now he does. And Tito Harris scores the try for New Zealand between the sticks. Let's go Samoa. There's a Blues Nate there. Nicely done. Xavier Tito Harris, that will be his fourth try that he has been able to score throughout their London Sevens. I feel like London, we've had a lot more tries scored than normal. And then we got into those playoff games and everyone started having those close fixtures, but everyone was still scoring points. I believe the lowest total we've seen from any of these sides was probably Samoa in their game up against Argentina, only getting the 7 points. Other than that, though, everyone's been getting in those 20s. Been very entertaining. Hope Kenya stays up. Says my name is Jeff. Yeah, big match for them just around the corner up against the Canadians. I hope they do too. Deep down, Kenya are a side that always bring the passion to the Seven Circuit. They also bring the exciting celebrations that no other side really brings. But the kick goes over 7-0 now for New Zealand over the Samoans, taken by Malani Mataval. Passing across there, it's a knock on though from Leilua. And if he was frustrated before, he's going to be even more frustrated now. And Joe Aotearoa says Nazi Williams. Yeah, we'll build a bit of confidence for New Zealand getting a win over Samoa. Although I believe if Samoa win this game, they automatically qualify for the Olympic Games. So there's quite a bit on the line here. They're going to have to start their comeback. But first, they have to get outside of their own 22. They're always hard to pick between these two sides, says Nazi Williams. Majority of the time, it does go right down to the wire. New Zealand have won their past 4 bronze finals played. It's the stat that they have just shown. Ball rolls out the back, and it's Brady Rush who ends up with it. Regan Weir, good step, he goes through, offloads it to Brady Rush to try and make it a little bit closer to the sticks. Second try for the Kiwis now, making it 12-0. Fiji going to beat Argentina 32 points to 17. There's money there. Yeah, I'm expecting... It's an interesting one. I expect either it's going to be a high-scoring game, like you mentioned, maybe about 50 points scored between the two sides, or it's going to be one that has probably less than 20 points scored. I feel like it's one of those two ways. Watch out for the Leiluas. No disrespect. They fiery, says Nazi Williams. Yeah, he certainly looks like he's got a bit of a temper when he's out there on the field, although luckily for him, it hasn't backfired as of yet. We haven't seen him use it in a bad way. Now, 3 minutes remaining in this first half. New Zealand with that conversion again, making the score 14 points to 0. Now, kicked high from Cook Savage. Samoa once again just goes through their fingers. Fa'afoi Falaniko with the loose ball. Sam Dixon, maybe a knock on the ground, but Dylan Collier gets it back, finds the offload to Weir. Misses his passing option. Regan Weir again. In fact, it's Brady Rush. Now Cook Savage chasing after it. Great low tackle made on Naulivai, who got back to his feet, tries to wrestle out of Cook Savage's tackle, and he does just that. Sits down Tito Harris as well, picking on the new guys for the Kiwis. Now Samoa with Va'a Pilomaleko throwing it off now. There's going to be a knock-on, unfortunately, there for Masifau. Advantage is over. Regan Weir. You're waiting for this one on the outside. Jay Clark doesn't pass. Instead, takes it to the ground. Solid. There's a Blues Nate now back across. Dylan Collier to the right-hand side. Player Cook Savage now has a decision to make. Who does he go to? He goes to no one. He actually passes it forward. So now it will be a Samoan scrum. Collier not too happy about something that happened on the far side by the sounds of it. Or he might have actually not been happy with Tito. Or not Tito, sorry. To play at Cook Savage. I think it might have been him saying, pass it out wide. Why did you try and give it to me? He's had a rough day. Player Cook Savage. He was one of the guys were partially responsible for New Zealand's loss to Fiji. They kicked the ball away at the last moment. Samoa have lost all 8 of their bronze final appearances. That is quite a stat. I remember they went through a patch how they were always getting in that top 4, but every single time they ended up just missing out. 1 minute remaining. Leilua now getting taken off the field for the Samoans. Alani Matavao feeds the ball in now for Samoa. Paul Iti Slater going across now for Fatfoy Falaniko. Sits down. Cook Savage. Knock on from Alani Matavao on the advantage now. Tito Harris tries to make his way through. Ball goes out to Cook Savage. Slings it across to Sam Dixon. Worked out perfectly there for the youngster Brady Rush. Now across to Dylan Collier. That lure in 2 defenders. Thought about the offload. Does get it away to Cook Savage. Going back across. Brady Rush. Big shot on him by Vawasafasua. Now Regan Ware crawls over the top of Farfoy Falaniko. Masifau helps tackle him. And Pilomaleko actually ends up with the ball. The referee was going to call the advantage, but he didn't need to because he came away with a clean. And Masifau will get himself the try there. Oh, slammed down on the turf there, Masi foul, but he gets the Samoans now back into the contest right at the end of this first half. There is still a chance in the second 7 minutes that the Samoans can start to mount their comeback. Nice, let's go, says Blues Nate. Brilliant steal on the breakdown from Va'apilo Maleko. That man has had a sensational weekend, minus the fact that he's also got 12 tries to his name for a single leg of the Sevens. And said this a million times, the way you pronounce the Polynesian, South African, Argentine, French, etc. names, it's really going to respectful man. Aurelia naturally, says Nazi Williams. Sometimes it ends up rolling too much. I end up with it in random sentences. I've noticed as well when I start saying like a Q or something now, because I've done so many South African games with the South African names, I now say quick rather than quick. Quick. That's how I should say it, but I say quick with the in there as well. That's from a little bit of Afrikaans thrown in there. Apparently the Kiwis having their team huddle. Got to make a big decision here about when to unleash their bents, because they had a lot of the ball in that first half, but they weren't really able to mount, other than those 2 tries, which is very good for the Kiwis, of course. They would have liked a few more in there, though. Brian Lima just having a chat with the side, making sure they know the plan. Don't miss any tackles, probably what Lima is saying there. They've missed 3. They have managed to make 8, though. It's not enough of the ball to be able to make a real difference for them in that first half. But if they start the second great and they get themselves an early try, could easily go either way. Filmed that many previews over the weekend. I've actually forgotten what I said the score was going to be in this game. I think I said New Zealand were going to win it 17 to 12? 19-7? No, it wasn't 19-17 was it? I predict 19-17 for all the games. It probably isn't a bad shout. We've seen that scoreline quite a bit throughout the last little while, but I can't actually remember what I predicted the score to be. I believe I said New Zealand would sneak it, though, because we weren't sure what type of Samoan side would show up, and maybe they would be tired after their last matchup that they had. And Lima, I don't miss any tackles, boy, or I smash you at the after party. Samoans, sure they won't be partying just yet. I believe they need to win this game to get themselves automatic Olympic qualification. And if they do win this game and they just don't quite get there, I believe they would have only missed out by maybe 1 or 2 points. Quick tap taken by the Samoans after receiving the early penalty. Pilomaleko manages to dodge one challenge. Cook Savage helps take him down there, though. Matavao thought about going off to the left. Falaniko wrestled down by Ware, who manages to avoid giving away the offside penalty. Now another step from Va'apilo Maleko. Passes on the outside to Vawasafasua. Well done by Dylan Collier. Ball bounces out the side. Another penalty goes their way. Masifau will score the try. Player Cook Savage probably lucky not to get a yellow card there. If he had made the full tackle and stopped him, I believe it would have been. But that is going to be the second try for the Samoans. And Masifau is lighting it up at the moment for the Samoans, 2 in a row. End up giving away the penalty there and the breakdown. And then Cook Savage tried to get in the way. Mussy Fowl says, you know what? I want to go over the top of you guys rather than going round you. And now the kick to level the scores just away to the right-hand side, but Samoa still well and truly in with a shot in this contest. Now they only need, oh, that's not a happy man. Yeah, what I was all happy about that try. I look at Brian Lima's face and I feel like I've been told off at school. Now, Malani Matavao kicks it up high. Nicely taken by Brady Rush, and now New Zealand in possession. Another penalty for Va'a Apilomaleko. Oh, yellow card there. Brady Rush ends up giving it away for tripping Va'a Apilomaleko. He will get back to his feet now, I assume, now that he has managed to get himself that yellow card against the New Zealanders. And nice, keep it going, Samoa. Says Blues Nate. They're taking on the scrum. The chiropractor, don't mess with him. Says Nazi Williams. Right, Samoa now with a real crack up against a six-man New Zealand side. What can they do with this advantage? Looks like Leroy Carter now making his way onto the field. Or I want to say that was Milo Harris. I wouldn't be surprised if they take player Cook Savage off in the near future. And typo, I can't spell it for it. Says Nazi Williams. They are just showing the series tries 50 for Va'a Apilomaleko at the moment. He is 5 ahead on Makos Maneta, but the man, Maneta, going to be playing in the final. Something certainly be wanting. Add a try or two in. Now, Va'afoi Falaniko goes off to Mussy Fowl. This could be a hat-trick for the youngster if he can break through. But Regan Weir makes the tackle. Now slinging it wide. Paul E.T. Slater goes to Valvas upper store. Oh, he tried to reach, but he was just short. New Zealand with the counter ruck. Leroy Carter, great work from him. He realised the ball was out, and it was the chance for New Zealand to be able to counter-attack. Now out wide. Shay Clark, one of the quicker players on the New Zealand side. Bounces out the back. Leroy Carter cleans up again at the moment. That man, oh, wow, where's that shot come from? It's pretty cynical from Valvas Afasoa. Now he's going in for a bit of push and shove. Tobias Cook Savage is going, I didn't even push you, mate. It was Regan Weir. Yeah, he's ended up in a bit of push and shove. He didn't realize Regan Weir was the one who pushed him. Valvas Afasoa just felt something and saw red, like a bull in an enclosed area. Now he's Tobias Cook Savage didn't do it, brother. It was like he smashes him. Regan Weir pushes him, and then he turns around and goes straight for Tobias Cook Savage as if he was the one who pushed him. And now Vavasa Afasua is trying to break Tobias Cook Savage in half. If you're smart, if you're New Zealand, you're taking Cook Savage off the field right now. Because that man does not want to be out there when Vavasa Afasua is in a bad mood. I've taken him off the field. That is strategic. Now it's going to be, instead, Akulia Rokalisoa. Valvasa Afasua is sitting there going, oh, I'll get him next time. 1 minute remaining of the yellow card. Brady Rush out there on the field. He's had a very good half. Other than that yellow, he was getting involved in quite a few tackles. 4 minutes remaining. New Zealand now with the line out. This uses up a little bit more time with the yellow card as well, I should mention. That is beneficial for the Kiwis, but you can see a few nervous faces in the crowd at the moment. 3 minutes 50 remaining. Brady Rush. 30 seconds off the field still to go. Rokalisoa throws it in. Stolen and line out time by Samoa. Apasoa able to claim it. Now they are slinging it wide. Fa'afoi Falaniko going off to the right-hand side. Finds the offload up to the youngster. Luila, or Lelua, I should say. He's actually back out there on the field. Go off a bit earlier on. Oh, that was a big shot to the chin. Noah Levi, he's going to hold his chin because he knows that that will help maybe get that penalty. Although now he's decided, nah, he's going against it. Now, big run from Va'a Apilomaleko. Now, normally, Rokalisoa would catch him. Oh, and he still does. 1 meter from the line. And Carter holds him up and says, no, you're not going through. They release him. Apilomaleko looking to the referee for the penalty. And the referee denies him. Now, what a chase from Rokalisoa. He was not giving up Malani Matavaldo, fresh as a daisy, headgear back on, scores the try for the Samoans, and they take the lead for the first time in this bronze medal final. And also we have got there Nazi with a smiley face from Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi and go since up Mumbo. Me spelling no good, says Nazi. But Rockily Soa, just enough effort from him, and then great work from Leroy Carter to manage to not give away that penalty just in front of the line, just short. But let's go, says Blues Nate. Malani Mataval breaking his way through the line. Scores a try, and the Samoan supporters in the stands absolutely loving that one. Kick's gone over. 2 minutes remaining. Brady Rush will now be able to make his way back out onto the field, but that was a costly yellow against the Kiwis. Yellow card led to one try being scored while he was off the field. Now Malani Mataval has got the chance to kick this one up high. Malani Mataval trying to send Leilua a bit further away. He's got to kick this soon. Oh, there was the countdown, so he did have to go. It's gone high. Nice take from Rockily Soa to be able to swat it back onto the side of the Kiwis. Now he's given another run. Off to Leroy Carter. Finds the pass on the outside here for Sione Molia. The momentum just slightly lowered there for New Zealand. But Molia with the big fin gets dragged down by Fafuina. Now off to the right, Leroy Carter. 15 metres out from the line. Taken down again. Malani Mataval tries to get into the breakdown. It's going to be an offside penalty in favour of New Zealand. 1 minute 20 remaining on the clock. Brady Rush takes it quickly. Unfortunately for Samoa, they're playing with 6. Great wide bullet pass from Leroy Carter. Ball back on the inside from Molia. And Shane Clark scores the try. That'll make the score now 19-19 between these two sides with 1 minute left on the clock. I remember the days of the chiropractor. There's a Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi and also Ushi. Yeah, man, that dude smashes, says Nazi Williams. A great pass from Leroy Carter. Revolutions on that one. He could be a leg spinner, Leroy Carter, if he wanted to be. The way he got that ball to turn. Now, Rockily Soa, he's got it straight, but just not enough juice left in the legs to be able to get that one over. So that will now make the score at 30 seconds remaining. 19 points to 19. Absolutely going to be going down to the wire for this one. 20 seconds, anyone's game. Now, I will mention, if this is a draw at full time, when the whistle is blown, they will go to golden point time, and only then will it be determined who is victorious. These Samoan boys taught me how to tackle at lunchtime bull rush, says Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi. Nicely taken there by Elijah Nico, his first play of the day, and the Samoans now move up to the halfway line. Fa'afuina, bit of a counter-ruck there from New Zealand. Works well. Rockily Soa picks it up for New Zealand. Leroy Carter going off to the left-hand side. Samoa, they have been in 8 bronze medal finals. They have not walked away with a victory in any of them. Farfoy, Falaneko. Oh, no, that was tackled without the ball, I believe. They might go back to check this one, but if they don't, no, Olivia scores the try for Samoa. Leroy Carter is begging the touch judge to have a look at that one to see if he was held back. That is going to be the try for Samoa that ends the game, finally breaks their drought of bronze medal losses. Pilo Maliko and the whole Samoan side pile up in here, baby. There's the Blues, Nate. Rockily Soa, he's disappointed. Believe the New Zealanders, they weren't too happy about what happened when they were running down the wing. Leroy Carter's got a big smile on his face. He can't believe it. He's laughing about it. We'll see it here. I believe it was when Dylan Collier was going to be running. Fa'afoi Falaneko, they aren't going to show the replay. Okay, never mind. But pretty much from that other angle, maybe a little bit of jersey pulling. But I feel like either way, Nuolivaya would have had a very good chance of making it all the way to the try line. My name is Justice for France. Although it didn't benefit France. You know, it's going to be France still need their revenge. And also we have Yo Man says, Ben, welcome in. Took a fair few bruises along the way. And also, what are you watching? Or what are we watching again? The other guy not here. There's Blues name. And good stuff, Samoa. Well deserved. No hiding from the after jokes. says Nazi Williams, but that will be 24 points to 19. The Samoans get themselves a third place finish here at the London Sevens. I didn't realise how tall Shay Clark was until he was next to Fa'afoi Falaniko. Actually, Falaniko may not be as tall as I thought he was, looking at him next to all of the other players. Making his way past to shake his hands. Will Kay Williamson play the World Cup for New Zealand, or will have new role? I don't think he's going to be fit to be able to play. I think he's still a little way away, unfortunately, for the Kiwis. And vamos, the Kiwi lads, 10 out of 10. Sevens final coming up, says Blues Nate. So, yeah, just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the matchup taking place between Argentina and Fiji. That will be an absolutely awesome final to see. We will be covering it, like I mentioned, and that will be the last of the London Sevens that we have got, and the last of the Sevens for a few more months, unfortunately, which is really sad. But we've still got rugby union, we've still got cricket. There will be taking place. Great stream as always, says Chad. Thank you very much, mate. But there were quite a few try scorers throughout this matchup. We did see Malakisi Masifau scored 2 tries in the 7th and the 8th minute. He was certainly one of the reasons Samoa got themselves back into the matchup. Malani Matavao scoring in the 12th, and then Nauli Vaia managing to score that final moment try for the Samoans to take the 24-19 lead. For the Kiwis, it was Xavier Harris, Brady Rush, Shay Clark, the 3 try scorers. And bro, don't talk about cricket yet, says Nazi Williams. And who will be skipper Tom Latham or Tim Southey? Well, depends how many reviews you want to burn, because if you want to burn all your reviews, Tim Southey's your guy. If you want to have Tom Latham not play as well as he normally does, they'll put him as the skipper. That's kind of the scenario they're in. It's either burn your reviews or have someone slightly out of form. And who do you think, or what do you think happened to the Blitzbox? Unfortunately, they've got the talent. They just haven't quite been able to get it right. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so because Australia won up against Great Britain, it means that they don't qualify for the Olympics automatically. They will still have to go through a little bit more of a process. Hush man, eat KFC, says Ben. Sadly, there is no KFC open where I am, seeing as it's 4 a.m. But if there was, I know that they've got the new Bacon Lovers burger back again. That one's not too bad. And Malo Manu says Tassi and there as well. But yeah, a brilliant win for the Samoans. 24 points to 19 win over the Kiwis. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be back in about, I would say, 30 minutes time or so for that next matchup that has taken place between Argentina and the Flying Fijians. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.